everything in life is hard when you have to be breathing, sleeping, going to work. Choose your hard. To everything to get to this point, and missing piece right here.
Here we are at MPT HQ. We're about to go through a back and trap workout with MPT Rebuild Success client, all the way from Orange, New South Wales. Aaron has lost 46 kilos doing a rebuild with us in 11 months, I believe, and 60 kilos total in your weight loss journey.
Nearly 70.
Nearly 70?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you weigh in yesterday as the final weigh-in?
79.8.
79.8, yeah. So you're pretty stoked to crack the 70s?
Oh, it's just new territory for me. I've never thought it.
Yeah. And what was your starting weight with us?
125.9.
125.9, down to 78 point.
Fuck, it's nuts.
Yeah, ridiculous, man. You've lost a human being, legitimately.
I can feel it too.
Awesome. So yeah, we're going to smash this workout. All right, so we're warming up. In between sets, we've done 2 or 3 warm-up sets to work towards our heavy set. You're going to be lifting more than your current body weight today, 10 kilos more than your current body weight, not your starting body weight. Speaking of starting, mate, first 12-week rebuilds, because we have a 100-day offer, we do 100 days, 10 kilos at least, or you won't pay. What was your first 12-week results with us?
I'm going to say it's at least 20, 25 kilos, but I can't really remember, but it's definitely around that point. I got down to about 100, I think.
Okay, so somewhere between 20 and 25 kilos. Awesome. Yeah. Because obviously you've stayed on with us now for, you've just clocked over 11 months, I believe. What was it that made you wanted to continue going?
I think I just saw the results, and some of these results I've just never seen before. Like, I literally, at one point, threw out my whole wardrobe, and now I'm at the point now where I was just struggling to find anything that fits me, because even those, I've thrown out half my wardrobe, and now even that last bit I had doesn't fit me. So I just kept seeing the snowball effect, and I was like, it's the first thing that's ever worked for me.
Yeah, the results are addictive, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, when people are complimenting you, you've got energy, you don't have to hold your breath to put your shoes on, all these things I hear about from clients all the time. It's addictive, isn't it? And it continues.
Everyday small tasks just become so much more easy.
Become easy, yeah. And when you say this is the only thing that's worked for you, what are some of the things that you've tried before in the past that haven't?
I knew you were going to hit me with that, and like, how long do we have?
As long as you need for this one, mate.
From an early age, it was Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. I mean, earlier now, 2 different coaches, 75 hard, PT, studied strength specialist, nutrition specialist, to everything to get to this point. Yeah. And missing piece. Right here.
Missing piece. Okay. So when you say other coaches, were they online or were they in person or both?
Online.
Yeah. Online. Yep. Okay. And what was the difference between what they gave you and what we gave you?
It was a lot different once I started with this rest, prioritising rest, and only training 5 days a week was a big one, like not 6, 7, just smashing myself to the ground.
Yep. So the other online people you've used weren't natty?
Obviously.
Okay. And they were giving you stuff that is only achievable if you're on the pharmaceutical stack that they're using.
Pretty much.
So one of these guys said you're training 7 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And from what you were telling me before, they had you eating like, what was it? Crispix.
And shakes. And
shakes.
Coming in this system, I realised how different it was. Like the food.
Yeah.
It's what you actually put into your body that makes a difference as well. Like, and I was starving on those other plans. Yeah. Because it just goes in you and you just instantly goes out.
Yeah. I mean, that's where it's like not all calories create equal. Yeah. You know, if you've got 400 calories from potatoes versus 400 calories from fucking cereal or donuts, one of them, potato, is going to make you feel a lot more full than the other one, which is your cereal, for example.
Eating half a kilo of potatoes at night now. I'm just like, your plate's like this, and of course you get the critics and they're like, you're never going to lose weight doing that. My dad would sit across the table saying that. They're like,
and here you are, 70 kilos down.
And Dad rang me the other day and said, I'm so proud of you, son.
Yeah.
It's like, that was like the...
Yeah, amazing.
All worth it, man.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, so we just got done with working set 1. Great stuff. Catching our breath in between sets. Now, I've got a question from the community, from the other boys, which you may have seen this morning. Yeah. So one of the guys, and we have a saying inside the MPT Rebuild, is that compliance is the science, right? Adherence, 100% adherence is the name of the game. If you're not sticking to your plan and you're doing your own thing, then we can't really guide you on such a path, especially, you know, losing 46 kilos at 38 years young. it's not the easiest thing to do, and we need adherence, right? So one of the guys in here says, out of the 11 months, how much of that were you 100% adherence? So how many times did you fuck up on the plan, and then what did you do to get back on the plan and not just like let the baby out with the bath water like a lot of blokes do?
I think I replied to that comment, but at the start it got to the point with me and CJ was like, just calling me and was like, I haven't fucked up again, mate. You know what it is. Like, It was just, I was religious, and then it was funny because it was orange being orange, I was pissing down rain and like bucketing, I could barely hear CJ, and he said, mate, I was feeling a bit down because I'd slipped up and was feeling pretty sick, to be honest, because after 11 months of eating the same thing, nearly, shit.
Yeah.
He said, oh, you can't control the rain, mate, but you can control whether you get wet or not. And I was looking at the rain, and just instant mental shift for me. Let's lock back in, and I was just straight back on.
Out of the 11 months, the percentage of adherence for you was 90 plus.
Easy.
But every time you fucked up, you owned it.
Yes.
You didn't beat yourself up.
I did beat myself up.
Or you did, until you had your check-in with your co-coach, which is that's what a co-coach is designed to do. They're the catalyst for change. They can't change you, but they're the catalyst to help you change. And your co-coach, CJ, obviously was very good at that in the weekly phone calls. Yeah, and obviously the chats as well.
He sort of knew that I was beating myself up anyways. Like, I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Get back to what you've been doing more than you haven't.
Exactly. Yeah. Great. Because I'm too strong for my body weight, I'm going to hang some weight on the Rebuild weight belt. There's a plug for my stuff, right? Right here, you can buy that. The link's probably in the fucking description or something like that. It's just a weight belt so I can hang some weight and add appropriate resistance for me to fail in a 6 to 10 rep range. Why do 6 to 10 and not do 20 reps with my body weight? I just find it easier to keep the muscle engaged and the stimulus on the lats when the rep range is 6 to 10. By 20 reps, I feel like I've lost gas. It's hard to keep my core still. It's hard to keep everything right. Your grip may fatigue.
Doesn't fry your central nervous system.
Correct. That is why I prefer a heavier rep range. We talk a lot about customization at MPT. You do disability work, don't you? It's very hard to eat well in that environment. How are we able to custom and tailor a nutrition plan to fit in with that?
Taking the stress out of what I'm eating.
Yep.
Not religiously weighing small things like vegetables. Having it taste delicious and easy to prepare was a big factor.
Yeah, okay. Can you give us some examples of what that looked like?
I mean, the shake's delicious, man. I could probably drink that for the rest of my life.
Okay, so this is protein, yogurt.
50 grams of mango, pineapple, blueberries, 40 grams of protein, 100 grams, 200 grams of yogurt, water, ice to suit. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, so that's a protein, fruit, yogurt smoothie. What else was on the menu? Chicken salad, kiwi fruit, protein, carrot, dinner's times, 250 grams of steak, ribeye. I'll put as much zucchini as I want on there. Yeah, plenty of veg. Yeah, and then nearly half a kilo of potatoes. Yeah, potatoes, yep. And I go to bed full and ready for the next day. And then I think as we were building calories, we would add in extra fruit. We'd add in some popcorn. I think we added in, was there like an ice cream at some point or a little small? I made the ice cream from day one. It's more just, in the wrap, I had a wrap with ham for a little period there. That was awesome. Some ham and eggs there for As soon as he said that, he's like, started laughing. He's like, you're going to love this, aren't you? Yeah. So just to get clear on that, so what we typically do with a rebuild is we'll read your DEXA scan and have a look at your information, how much muscle, bone, fat, etc. Have a look at where your basal metabolic rate is, which is basically how many calories you require at rest. It's a guideline. We start your calories quite low, so we get you off to a 2-3 kilo a week rate of loss at your size. I'm pretty sure that's what we did. And then because we're in such a deficit and we're focusing on progressing 5 days a week in the gym and sleep and hydration, recovery, all the rest of it, we're able to slowly increase those calories up week after week, which is what we did with you by adding in a second wrap, some ham, some popcorn, some ice cream, etc. Game changer. Yeah. So we're able to do that for as long as we're able to do that for, and then guess what? We have to pull them back down. Yeah. So it's like we're building
the foundation. We're getting the calories up to a point where, and you're still losing weight rapidly at this point. Like you probably lost 25, 30-ish kilos while we are slowly increasing calories. Then you're at what's called a new maintenance, where you're eating, let's just throw a number out and say 3,000 calories. We're like, right, he's still got 10, 15 kilos to go. Great, let's drop his calories back by 500, and then you start losing again. And then that's what we've done. And that second phase has been much harder on you because you were in a deficit in the first phase. Then you got to a point of maintenance for like 2 weeks and we're like, oh, you stopped losing weight, let's pull you down again.
It's actually more stressful to eat badly. Like I realised, like knowing what I'm eating and just having it all prepped in small containers and just going bang, 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 taking all the food, well, I say food noise, taking the food noise out of it, knowing what I'm eating and feeling good all the time.
It's the decision fatigue, isn't it? It's the overwhelm of, what do I eat? I heard my favourite influencer say this week, and then somebody else said this week. Like, what am I actually eating? Well, we just tell you exactly what to do. Yeah.
Exactly.
A pretty obvious one. It's pretty relevant. What's something you can do now that you couldn't do before the rebuild?
Yeah, the pull-ups are a big one, aren't they?
Body weight stuff, yeah.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I did one, I messaged you and I said, I think I was trying to just do a dead hang, because my shoulders were a bit sore.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, I'm going up. And I messaged you and I was like, I just randomly did a pull-up.
Amazing. So good. Anything else? What else can you think of? Like,
I mean,
just regular day stuff.
Tying shoelaces, that old classic.
Yep.
Being able to breathe. When I was big, I was setting my house up at home to be easier to be overweight, like making it a smart home. Hey Google, turn the bedroom lights off so I didn't have to get up. Like, I mean, my blood pressure's at a normal range now. When I was on blood pressure medication, I was 200 over 100. I don't know if you know what that means, but
tight.
Sleep apnea. I think Mike has a photo of me strapped up with a machine because I just didn't believe that I'd be at a young age and be getting strapped up by the doctor to say you definitely have sleep apnea.
Wow.
Go to the doctor and be in better shape than the doctor that's telling you the advice is a bit different.
Yes. That's the first time I've heard that. That's a good one.
Up.
Nope.
Oh.
We pride ourselves on being the best service in the market, so therefore it's going to have that ticket, right? You want the best car, you're going to pay more fucking money, right? You want the best coach, that's just how it works. But you won't believe how many people come in and then try to sell us on their bullshit that goes against our proven system.
And you've heard it all before, so...
It is amazing how they come in. You know, they'll come in and they want to drink every week and still lose fat quickly. And then they complain that they're hungry and they want to build their calories.
Their identity's still in the toilet.
I'm like, bro, you can't do that. You're literally 45 years old. You want to have your fucking cake, eat it too, and then look like, you know, Brad Pitt from Fight Club. Not to keep quoting fucking Tony Robbins, but he talks about adults our age, 35 plus, will only change if there's a level of trauma involved. Now that trauma for you might have been getting strapped up to that CPAP and being told well, it could have been a bad relationship, I'm guessing. But whatever it was, or series of them, there was enough pain for you to say, I have to fucking change.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of our clients and a lot of even prospects out there that are trying to lose, I just want to tone up a bit, I just want to lose 10, 15, they're underselling how difficult that is, and they haven't had the trauma yet or enough pain yet to realise that they have to wake up and fucking change. And that means doing things differently to get the result.
For me, it was just a literal light bulb moment, like me turning the switch on.
Yeah.
When something traumatic happened.
Yep.
It was that light switch.
Yeah.
Completely shifted.
The thing I like about you is you didn't give up. You know, like I get people in my inbox all the time clicking on my ad and they're already skeptical because they've had a bad experience with an inferior coach. And they automatically think because I'm an online coach that I'm fucking shit and I'm going to sell them down the river and do the same dumb shit that their other coach did. The thing about you is you actually listened to what I said and went, this guy's different. This guy's interviewing his clients. He's making it about his clients. He's got so many fucking track record results that he's documented. Imagine how many haven't documented, right?
Yeah.
You weren't burnt by 2 coaches and went, coaching doesn't work. You didn't blame the industry. What was it for you that made you give another coach a go, even though you'd been burned twice?
I think it was just like looking at your content. Obviously, I had that bad thing happen and it was just perfect timing with the ads. And then I was just slowly looking at your content and I'm like, because there's so much bullshit out there. The industry's so huge now with so much bullshit. And I look at it, my algorithms, only fitness, only diet, only coaches. So I used my brain and said, obviously this is different, and think, obviously this guy's natural. I can tell from his,
track record.
And
I've looked
the
like
way
this
he looks.
for 20 years.
There you go.
Were you happy you made the decision and invested and did a rebuild?
Man. Best decision of my life, obviously.
Yeah. All right, great set, man. In between exercises, what have you noticed different about our training method specifically?
Well, just before you, I was sort of researching the old Mike Mensa and Dorian Yates
Nice.
sort of style of training. There's no junk volume, like it's just getting those sets. The working sets are intense, hard, get them in, and you can progressively overload that week to week. You're not just burning yourself out, training too much. And if you're training hard enough, you need those rest days.
So 11 months has gone by, you've lost 46 kilos. You've progressively overloaded for most of that 11 months as well.
Pretty much the whole time, yeah.
You're not doing that, resting a minute in between sets. You're not doing that, doing 20 workouts per muscle group. And you're not doing that, training muscle groups more than once a week.
Mate, I used to do it too. I used to go in the gym and it was less than a minute rest times. Like tricep pull down, jump on the bench, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I just want to get in and out. Because I thought I needed heaps of volume to get there.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite, really.
Well, I mean, if you really think logically about it, and this is why I do like Dorian and Mike, and even, both of those guys use steroids openly. So I went and researched the best naturals in the world, and I think I've told this story 100 times, but I'll tell it again anyway. Found Skip LaCour and Jeff Willett, who are both my size, bit more dense than I am, and this is back when I was early 20s. And they were doing 2 heavy all-out working sets per exercise, and they would do 3 or 4 exercises per muscle group. And I was like, look how big these guys are. They're natural. Everything they're saying about quality over quantity.
It's crazy when you think about it.
The comparisons where they say, look at a sprinter's physique versus a marathon runner's physique. Marathon runner is the ultimate epitome of volume. He can run for days. Whereas a sprinter doesn't do much volume. It's explosive, it's short, it's sharp, it's fast. Look at the physique difference, right? Most sprinters are quite jacked. So I heard that, I learnt that, I started doing that. I backed off the volume because I followed high volume, just looking at Brock Lesnar's workout and Triple H and all the wrestling stuff. And I grew. And I was like, I'm growing to the point now where I got up to 19, 20 inch arms as a natural. And I'm getting where everyone's like, oh, you're too dense, you're too big, you've got to be on steroids, when I was younger and prioritizing it more. And I was like, And the
primary testosterone too.
Well, that too, but I was like, it's the system that works. Success leaves clues, and so does failure. And most people that you see in the gym, they look the same as they did 12 months ago because they're focusing on volume. And like you just said, a lot of what they do is junk volume. They're not resting long enough in between sets. They're not focusing on the mind-muscle connection. They're not recruiting muscles. They're just moving weight from A to B in this perfect rep range, in this perfect set count, in this perfect weekly frequency, and they're not progressing. They're not getting anywhere. So not to make this about why my training system's better than the rest and make it a rant,
really.
But that's what you noticed. The difference was short, sharp, high intensity, focus on overload, having a proper rest, and progressing each week. All right, so in between sets, we're going to move over from here doing a mid-back row to some old Dorian Yates J shrugs. But before we do, Aaron's actually been kind enough to give me his weight loss notes on his phone, which is very personal, but things like this need to be personal so that we can help inspire the next guy that was stuck in your situation, who maybe feels like there isn't a way out for him. One major mental shift I made was moving from eating for enjoyment to eating for function. What makes me feel the best, not just eating to fill an emotional void. Obviously, you've been through the system and here you are. Answer your own question. How have you shifted mentally from seeing food as an emotional release to, most of the time, using it as fuel and as function?
Well, when you're training hard in the gym, you sort of feel like your body sort of asks you, it tells you what it needs anyway to some degree.
Yeah.
That mental shift from always feeling an emotional void, like the amount of food I was eating was astronomical. Like it was 12 a.m. trips to McDonald's, double quarter pounder, cheeseburger on the side, on the way to 7-Eleven to get donuts and a bag of chips. That's after the 2 pizzas, Domino's, and a few sides.
Wow.
So I was
That's some calories, bro.
Definitely trying to fill a void back then. And I've had a few slip-ups in this process, and just those few slip-ups made me realise how terrible I felt after it anyway. Like I sort of wanted it, but then after it, I'm like, it just takes me right back to where I was, and I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
And your body needs to function. It needs to be fueled with the right foods, especially when you're trainers like we are. Like we are,
yeah, for sure. And I think that the real benefit with you, and this is where I'm going to tap into a little bit of psychology here at our price point and at our coaching, is one, we're more expensive than what you want to pay. And when you put that kind of money down, you don't want to fuck up, right?
Yeah.
And then what that does, especially from the start, is it builds momentum. And then what that momentum does is it gets you a really good fucking result, and it gives you a taste of what it feels like to be functioning properly. And therefore, if you're listening and you're doing what you've been doing, listening to the podcast and thinking deep and contemplating about it, you're like, wow, I'm actually feeling my body, giving it what it needs. I'm progressing, I'm getting stronger, I'm feeling good, I've seen the results, I feel better. And then when you do go back to eating to fill an emotional void, you instantly feel worse. And you go, the short-term enjoyment of the gluttony, the taste in the mouth, the texture, for a couple of minutes, it's actually not worth how far back it sets me.
Yeah, exactly.
But because you invested the money with us and we got you seeing the goal, you trusted the process, you were all in, you experienced the benefit. Most people don't ever get to actually experience the benefit because they hire fucking cheap coaches, shit people who have a weekly fee of $90, who give automated garbage, who give out templates, who have no invested interest in their client, who don't get scans, don't get photos, don't communicate, don't goal set, don't do anything with their clients. Therefore, they never get a result and they never get to see and feel how good it feels to fuel their body like you have. And then they never had that contrast. They hear, oh, eat for fuel, that's just for bodybuilders, that's just for athletes. So for you, it was probably more, you broke that emotional void filling with food. You did that by feeling how good it felt when you ate for function. Yeah. Would you agree? The feeling of 100%. Fueling your body versus the feeling how you feel when you pig out, for you, it just become a no-brainer. So we've done our heavy J shrugs. In between our first set, we're going to go through Dear Diary again, if that's okay. So I have piles of black shirts because I feel it hides me. People made jokes about how I wear nothing else but black at work. It's the only thing that really fits me and I feel comfortable in. I buy cheap clothes from Big W just to make it through because I gain weight so quickly the sizes just keep going up and up.
God.
Food makes me feel comfortable, but guilt afterwards. It's a numbing and way to cope. It's a cycle, sometimes or most of the time, of eating to the point where I'm sick, then being so full I feel sick, sometimes the food comes back up my throat. I go to sleep almost like I'm in a coma. I then wake up to feel worse with no energy, so I drink caffeine just to function. So, mate, touch a bit on like buying the Big W black t-shirts and stuff, compared to now, like buying this fitted singlet that looks tremendous on camera. What's that been like for you, man? Like, what's the process emotionally and mentally?
Black shirts at one point. Like, I had a contract with AS Colour, so I just brought them religiously, and they were cheap, so I just brought the size up, and then just I was doing anything because the weight was coming on so quick.
Yeah.
I was just buying whatever I could that fit to this.
Yeah.
I'm throwing out literally my whole wardrobe now. I've actually thrown it out. Like I kept half of it, and I was about 195 kilos. I'm like, sweet, I can just get through with this. And then with this guy, the weight kept going off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, none of that's fitting me now.
The problem is you didn't trust yourself because you tried so many times to lose the weight, and you always knew that you went back to your default. Whereas this time, I mean, and this is the reason we use a rebuild. The word rebuild is we've rebuilt you to this. Now this needs to be your default. You know, your default now is somewhere between 79 and 85. You know, when you put on a bit more muscle and stuff as you progress your calories, that's the new default, that's at our height, that's a healthy weight. You know, 140 is not. So quick one, when was the exact moment, if there was one, where you knew you couldn't keep living in your previous body? Was there an exact moment for you?
I mean, it's a combination of many things, like, and you probably read that in the notes, like, when you can't go to the bathroom easily anymore, it's getting a bit crazy, isn't it? Like, one thing, tying your shoes. Everything in life is hard when you're that big. Breathing, sleeping, going to work. Everything in life is hard. Choose your hard, actually.
So it wasn't a specific moment in time where someone said something, or because
I mean, I've been big my whole life, so
it's just a build-up of things.
It's a build-up of a lifetime of being overweight, knowing that I needed to change, knowing that I had potential, just finding and putting the pieces together. Little things. I went to a carnival ride with the missus and the kids, and I'm like, I wouldn't have been able to do this before. I'm like, living life.
Insane. Awesome. All right, so we just got done with our last working set. Congratulations on a rebuild, mate. 47 kilos in 11 months. Super impressive. One of our best success stories. Not that we're comparing not that we're comparing everybody, but one of the most impressive rebuilds that we've had to date, which is great. Any last words for anyone out there that's thinking about jumping on board and doing a rebuild themselves?
I mean, from someone that's tried everything, and I mean everything, if you're on the fence about trying to do this, it's the only thing that's ever worked for me. And I've tried everything. So jump on it, get on it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Amazing.